The 2025 NBA Draft is 15 days away, and on today's episode of NBA Now by Chat Sports, we are going to take a look at my top 30 prospects and open up my first round big board. I am Nic Rohloff. This is NBA Now, but make sure you do subscribe to the channel because we're putting out daily content around the NBA world, the NFL, college football, and more, but specifically with the NBA. I am live with Jeffrey Cooperstein for every single NBA Finals game, so join us for Thunder Pacers. We will be live for the NBA Draft on June 25th and June 26th. We'll be live for NBA Free Agency starting Monday evening on June 30th. We're trying to get to 410 subscribers here on the channel, so help us out. Hit that sub button. Let's first get to 409,900. We're 31 away. Sub for more content. All right, the number one player in this draft class, it's no surprise. It is Cooper Flagg, the forward from Duke, who I know the word generational is thrown out too often, but he really is generational. So Cooper Flagg will absolutely be the number one pick, and that is deserved to be the case. I think Dylan Harper is the number two player in this class. I think most people would agree with that. 6'4.5" without shoes, really good size to him. Finishes extremely well at the rim, shot 70% on close twos this year. He just has a really good positional size, a good ball handler, and I think he's got real on-ball upside at the next level. I think the shooting concern's a little overrated. He just took too many tough mid-range twos, so hopefully with an improved shot diet, he can really be that lead guard. I would have no issue taking him number one in most draft classes, but unfortunately Cooper Flagg's in this one, so he will have to settle for likely being the number two pick. All right, let's move over to my third player, and that is VJ Edgecombe, the guard from the Bahamas, played at Baylor this past year. Good size. You're just prototypical two guard who played really well in Big 12 play this year. His numbers just took a jump up in good competition, which is always nice to see. Really good athlete, 38.5-inch max vert. Shot 54% in effective field goal percentage and catch and shoot opportunities in the 74th percentile. Really good elite in point of attack defender, 3.8 steal percentage this past year. Edgecombe, for me, is the third best player. I want Philadelphia to take him. Let's see what they actually do, though. Number 4 is going to be Tre Johnson, the guard from Texas. He might be the best pure bucket getter in this draft, averaging 19.9 points per game as a freshman at Texas while shooting 42.7% from the field, 40% from three, and 87.1% at the free throw line. Ready for this? He's one of 4 freshmen to ever average 19 points per game, make 83s, shoot 38+% from the three, and have an offensive rating of 112 or better. The other 3 freshmen, Jamal Murray, Malik Monk, D'Angelo Russell. Really good company there. Elite scorer Tre Johnson will absolutely be going inside the top 7 of this class. It's a matter of where. All right, let me know who is the best player in this draft outside of Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper. I think those two are in the tier of their own. But then after that, it could get a little bit messy. Let me know who your third best player is. A lot of people like Ace Bailey. I prefer Edgecombe and Tre Johnson. But let me know who your third best player is. I'm not even going to go with Ace Bailey with my number 5 player in the class. I actually give that edge to Jeremiah Fears, the point guard from Oklahoma. Extremely young, reclassified like Cooper Flagg to be in this class. Averaged 17 points per game as a true freshman at Oklahoma. He's just got an absolute wicked first step. Shot a little bit bad from the rim. You don't like the finishing, which is tough, but he is someone that I project to be better with NBA spacing. Gets to the free throw line a lot. Shot 85.1% from the line. Led all Division I freshmen in points created per game at 31.7. Is in the likes of Isaiah Collier, Markelle Fultz, Trae Young as terms of their production as freshmen at the collegiate level. Really big fan of Fears. I think he is worthy of going inside the top 5 in this class, which brings me to Ace Bailey, who is my 6th player in the class. I think Bailey's fine. I like him. I don't like him as much as some other guys do. Rangy wing, 6'7.5" without shoes. People expected that number to be an inch or two higher. Just shoots really bad shots, has a terrible shot diet. Some of the questions I have as well is he doesn't get to the rim, doesn't get to the free throw line. A 24.3% free throw rate is not that good for someone who has the ball in his hands as much as he does. Takes some tough shots, and he's not like opposed to it. I think he's a better playmaker than people give him credit for. The issue, though, he doesn't really look to playmake. And when asked about playmaking, he says, yeah, I can do it. I'm just a bucket getter. Like, some of these pre-draft quotes aren't the favorite for me. Not that big of a fan, but I do think he's still worthy of going inside the top 10. I am at number 6. I'll go to Kasparas Jakucionis next here, the guard from Illinois, who I'm higher on more than most, 6'6" and change with shoes on, a true point guard, 26% assist rate. The assist-to-turnover ratio wasn't good, but 94th percentile in pick-and-roll ball handling. Shot poor from 3, 31.8%, but he shot 35.8% on step-back threes. I think he'll be a better shooter with NBA spacing. I know the athleticism is a major question along with the turnovers, but I think the offensive game will just continue to improve as he gets to the next level with coaching and better players around him. I would take Jakucionis inside the top 10. We'll go to Kon Knueppel here with the number 8 pick, or number 8 on my big board, I should say. I feel like I'm too low on him, and that's to be honest here, he just doesn't have that high of a ceiling in my book, but maybe is the most, no doubt will be a good player in this draft outside of Flagg and Dylan Harper. He can do it all. Ready for this list? For players that had an offensive rating of 130 or better, true shooting 60% or better, and shot 40% from 3 while having a usage rate above 20%, Mikal Bridges, Corey Kispert, Lauri Markkanen, Kon Knueppel. Just an elite shooter, is going to be a great off-ball player, will be a very good pick for whoever ends up taking Knueppel. First big man here, I'll go with Khaman Maluach, the massive center out of Duke, who I am tossing and turning between who I like more between him and Derik Queen, but I'll put the prototypical rim-running center and rim-protecting center here. And if he's able to develop a little bit of a catch-and-shoot 3, Maluach can really have all-star upside. I like him. I don't know where he'll end up going. The fits could be interesting. Honestly, I love the Sixers as the best fit for Maluach, but they're picking 3rd. I think that'd be a little bit too rich. We'll see if they maybe trade back with a New Orleans or a Brooklyn, who could be rumored to want to trade up to grab one of the top guards in this class. So Maluach, really like him. Definitely worthy of a top 10 pick. I'm a little bit higher on this player than most, but Egor Demin is my number 10 overall player. You just can't teach size and feel and playmaking. And with him being 6'8" and a quarter without shoes and being, I think, arguably the best assist man in the entire class, 35% assist rate, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Functional size at the position. I'm willing to take the gamble. He doesn't get to the rim that often, doesn't get to the line and struggled at 69.5, and he only shot 27% from 3. The floor on Demin is really, really low. The ceiling, really, really high. I'm willing to bank on the ceiling. Demin's my number 10 overall player. Derik Queen is my 11th overall player, the center from Maryland. Not much there to like athletically or defensively, but reminds you of Alperen Şengün when you watch him kind of create offensively. I mean, he can pass. He can take you off the dribble from 15 feet and in. I think he'll be able to develop an outside shot more consistently at the next level. And then you just kind of hope maybe he starts to understand the defensive side of the floor and gives you more effort there. But he is without a doubt the most offensively gifted center in this class, which is why I'd be willing to take a shot on him inside the lottery, despite the defense and athleticism concerns. Going Carter Bryant here with my 12th overall player. I just really like Carter Bryant. His frame is just absolutely impeccable for someone his age at 19 years old. He's built like a truck at 215 pounds for a 6'6" guy. Only played 19.3 minutes a game for Arizona, came off the bench, but opposing scorers shot 29.5% on jumpers when defended by Bryant. He's an elite defensive player, shot 72% at the rim, and is a knockdown three-point shooter from the corners right now. 46% from the left corner, 43% from the right corner. Shot 37.1% overall from 3. If he had more of a role on Arizona, we might be talking about him as a top 7, top 8 pick. I really like Carter Bryant. Go Nique Clifford with the 13th overall player on my board. Older prospect, 23.3 points, but just a ridiculous productive player. 19 points a game, 9.5 boards, 4.5 assists, while shooting 50% from the field, 37.7% from 3, averaging 1.2 steals per game. Like, just unbelievably good. 27% assist rate as someone who is more of a 2 or 3. Great shooter off the catch. 38.3% off catch and shoot threes. 40% in the final season. Is in the likes of Cooper Flagg, Keegan Murray, Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, and James Harden in terms of their two-way ability with a high usage rate and offensive rating at college. Big fan of Nique Clifford, will be a day one contributor. Cedric Coward is my 14th overall player here. I'm willing to take the gamble on his upside. He is just an unbelievable young player. And when I say young, he's actually a little older than people think, 21.7 years of age, but 6'5" and a quarter without shoes, 7'2" wingspan, 5.3% block rate in his 7 games he played this year. Shot 58.6% in his non-rim two-pointers this year as well. He loves getting to his mid-range. He's very intentional with every move he makes. 95th percentile as a ball screen handler. Kind of tells me he can have more of a playmaking role at the next level. Not a point guard, but definitely a secondary ball handler. It's very limited, very low floor like Demin, but Coward's upside is as good as there is in the league in this draft. I'll take him in the lottery. Rasheer Fleming is my 15th overall player. I have a crush on Rasheer Fleming. I have consistently said that on these videos. Just when you are 6'8" and a quarter, 7'5" and a quarter wingspan, 232 pounds, built like a brick truck and can move incredibly well laterally and vertically, like 66% of his rims, shot 40% from 3, 4.9% block rate, 2.6% steal rate, 93rd percentile in true shooting percentage, 91st percentile in effective field goal percentage, really good shot diet. Not going to be a star, but he's going to be a star in his role. And any team that is looking to just get a really good 3-4 small ball 5 hybrid to complement their guys, their top 2 players on their respective team, Fleming will be the prospect for you. I would argue Rasheer Fleming is my guy in the NBA draft. The guy that I am willing to go to bat for the most in terms of being a productive NBA player that isn't one of the top 5 guys in the draft. Let me know who your my guy is down in the comment section. A lot of people are in love with Collin Murray-Boyles. I like him. I'm just not as high on him as others. 6'7", I would consider him the best defensive player overall in this draft for sure, but doesn't shoot the ball well at all. But he's really good in his versatility, his ball handling, his playmaking. He could be a playmaking hub for sure at the next level in the half court. I just wonder what his role is going to be. Is he going to be a small ball 4? Is he going to be a small ball 5? And if he is that small ball 4, is he going to be able to play next to a center if that center can't space the floor? I feel like Collin Murray-Boyles, if he goes to the right fit, could be dominant in the NBA. But if he goes to the wrong team, it could get ugly quick. But he is very good at most things other than shooting the basketball. Noa Essengue is my 17th overall player. I like Essengue. He's a little bit of a project, 6'9", 6'11" wingspan. Has played really well in the German league playoffs over the past couple of weeks. He's young, 18.5 years of age. The profile on him is really good, 2.1 steals per game per 36. Really good in the short roll, good decision maker in that place as well. Can't really create for himself. His shot looks like it can be good, but didn't shoot well this past year. Essengue, you got to be patient with him, but he can certainly be really, really good. At number 18, I got Thomas Sorber, the center from Georgetown. I really like Sorber. I am high on him. I think he's the center number 3 in this draft without a question. He just has so much capability to be a really just good rim protecting center. It reminds me a little bit of Clint Capella. He's a young Clint Capella, that is, because he's super athletic. He can protect the rim, good lob threat, but he has some solid footwork as well in the low block. Unfortunately, got hurt late in the year, ending his season with a foot injury, but I truly do believe that he can be a really solid starting center at the next level. Sorber, 18th player in this draft. Number 19, I'm going with Nolan Traore, the guard from France. Traore is just an absolute blur. He is the quickest player in this draft. He has been a high usage player over the past 2 years, 35.2% last year for San Quentin, 29.4% this year, an unbelievable assist percentage of 41.4%. Shot 50% inside the paint, which is not good. But one thing you like to see from your point guards is their ability to get 2 feet in the paint, to draw in defenses and create other opportunities for their big men. When I project point guards, Traore tells me he can be that at a very high level and get inside the paint, inside the restricted area very easily. So I like the upside on Nolan Traore. Jace Richardson is my number 20 player. Off-ball guard, 6'1.5". Would like him to be a little bit taller, but just has an unbelievable feel for the game. That's his calling card. That's his biggest asset. But he's also a really good shooter. 93rd percentile on spot-up scoring this year. 95th percentile on catch and shoot. 41.2% from 3 this past season. He is really, really good. Point of attack defender as well, who gives you a lot of effort defensively due to his Michigan State background. Jace Richardson is just a very, very good basketball player. Any team would be lucky to have Jace Richardson on their squad. Let's move over to Adu Thiero here, the forward from Arkansas, who might be the third brother of the Thompson twins, if I'm going to be honest. Like, he is that athletic, and he plays very similarly to them. He's very fun to watch. 6'6" and a quarter, 7-foot wingspan, averaged 15 points a game this past year. The issue is that he can't shoot. He's a really good slasher. 97th percentile in dunks made, 91st percentile in shots at the rim made, 92nd percentile in non-paint twos made. So 15 feet and in, he's your guy offensively. Could be an elite player in the dunker spot. 93rd percentile on off-ball cuts. And he defends his ass off. Excuse my language. 2.9% block rate, 3.4 steal rate, unbelievable athleticism. I can't get enough of Adu Thiero. I am higher on him than most. If he's able to develop a average jump shot, you're talking about a really dangerous player here. All right, before we get to the final players on my big board, make sure you get your draft hats. 2025 draft hats are on sale right now when you go to chatsports.com/2025 draft hats. These are what they look like. You can get them in curved brim, flat brim, any style, the dark color of your specific team, the light color of your specific team, a little script to it. I'm actually a big fan of them this year. They haven't been the greatest in years past, but I like the simple kind of design here. And I'll be copping one for my favorite team, which is the Miami Heat, if you didn't know that. But get yours today, chatsports.com/2025 draft hats. Links in the description and comments of today's video. Asa Newell will be my 22nd player in the class. Forward/center out of Georgia. Solid player, high energy, high motor, developed a shot as the season went forward for Georgia. He can be a smaller 5, can be a complementary 4 to a floor spacing 5. Newell is certainly a player that has a lot of upside defensively as well. At number 23, I'll have the guard from Israel, Ben Seraph. Really good size to Seraph, about 6'6" with shoes on, 6'7.5" wingspan. Unbelievable ball handler in the pick and roll. And I'll say this, he can set his teammates up, but he can also get to the rim when his screener does the Gortat screen. He slithers through that really well. Won't beat you at athleticism, but he's crafty, gets to his spots. One issue with him, really doesn't get to the free throw line, 33.3% rate there. Doesn't shoot a lot of threes, 23.3%. So there's a lot of floaters, a lot of mid-range shots. Not the prototypical NBA guard nowadays, but I think Seraph is a player I'm willing to bet on here late in the first round. Denny Wolf, the center/forward hybrid out of Michigan, good playmaker, has a lot of floor spacing upside as well. 7 foot tall, but can play the 4. Moves his feet well. I don't know if he could be a starter in the NBA, full-time, but I just envision him being a really good change of pace center coming off the bench, and that is good enough for me to take a chance on him in the late 20s or mid-20s, especially if you are looking to upgrade your front court rotation off the bench. I like Wolf. Liam McNeely here at number 25. My sigh there was because I don't know what to do with Liam McNeely. 6'6", really good size, supposed to be a really good shooter, but only shot 31.7% from 3 this past year. And he shot 25% in effective field goal percentage off the dribble. It's the 3rd percentile. So he struggled off the dribble, didn't shoot that well overall. He's a really good rebounder, a massive competitor. The shot form is there. Just don't know why he didn't shoot that well. He was asked to be an on-ball creator. 1.22 assist-to-turnover ratio. Maybe he just wasn't using the right role for the Huskies. But as an off-ball, like wing spacer, where he's just mostly taking catch-and-shoot threes and then leveraging that into drives, maybe that's his role. I just don't know what to do with Liam McNeely. It's so hard for me to gauge how he's going to play in the NBA after disappointing as a freshman at UConn. Final 5 players here. Let's go Drake Powell out of UNC. Powell's a great defender. Unbelievable competitor. And he can shoot the 3 when he's got time to get it off. The shot form takes a little bit to get going, and that's concerning, allowing NBA defenders and athletes to close out on him. But shot 43% from the left corner 3, 61% from the right corner 3. His competitive drive is really, really high. I'll never forget the second Duke UNC game. He guarded Cooper Flagg. He guarded Kon Knueppel. He guarded Tyrese Proctor. He can guard a lot of different players. Probably can guard 1 through 4 if we're going to be honest. 7-foot wingspan. Powell is projected as a really, really good defender at the next level. Just needs to develop a little bit of a 3. At number 27, I'll go Noah Penda from France. Penda has a really good frame. 6'8", 225 pounds, 6'11" wingspan. Up and down three-point shooter, but has a high release point, and he just limits his opposing players. Opposing scorers shot 27.3% against Penda in isolation. Good connective passer, 19.1% assist rate, had an 8.6 offensive rebound percentage, 73rd percentile in putbacks amongst international players. Like, Penda's really, really good in that off-ball role. Reminds me of a little bit of a bigger Josh Hart at this point in his career. Not going to create, but will rebound the hell of it and will defend and give you max effort. So if he's able to develop any offensive game, talking of a good player here. Yeah, I got Proctor here at number 20. I just don't know why Tyrese Proctor will be bad in the NBA. Tell me why he can't be good. Former 5-star recruit, 6'4.25" without shoes, 6'7.25" wingspan, shot 40.5% from 3 last year, 37.2% on catch and shoot threes, 40.5% on dribble jumper threes, and 52.9% on pull-up twos. That is what you are looking for in an off-ball movement guard. He defends really well. He was known as a really good playmaker before moving to this off-ball role with John Shire in the final couple of seasons. Sure, the free throw percentage is a concern and only shot 49.3% on layups in his final year at Duke. But, he reminds me of just Aaron Nesmith light almost. I like Proctor. I have a late first round grade on him. Cam Jones here at number 29, the combo guard from Marquette. He's just so crafty the way he can get to the rim. Lefty, whether he wants to quick fire a layup in there, driving right, turn, spin, right hook. Really elite playmaker, 3.1 assist to turnover ratio, 38.1% assist rate after not being asked to be a playmaker previously. Was able to pick it up in his final season and do it extremely well. Shot 63% at the rim, like I mentioned. Led the NBA draft, guards specifically, in points created per game at 36.8. He is willing to defend like most Marquette guards are. The only concern that I have on him offensively is that he doesn't have a high free throw rate, only 16%, and he did not shoot well when he got there, 64.8%, and he's a below-the-rim athlete, but Cam Jones is a combo guard that knows how to get his shot off and knows how to score. Final player we're going to talk about here, Ryan Kalkbrenner, comes in at number 30 for me. Just number 1 in rim protection, number 1 in rim finishing in this NBA draft. And I'm willing to bank that he's going to be a solid player in the NBA. Star player? No. High-level starter? I don't even know about that. But at his best, he could be in a Vika Zubac type. At his worst, throw him out there and just let him be a little menace and or deterrent at the rim. Kalkbrenner comes in at number 30, and I think he ultimately will be a first-round pick on draft night. All right, first couple players, just outside my top 30. Walter Clayton, Hugo Gonzalez, Will Riley, Maxime Reynal, and Sion James from Duke. I think all 5 guys could go in the first round. Wouldn't shock me. I like Sion James. I like Reynal. I like all of them. But actually, that's not true. I don't like Will Riley whatsoever. I think he's going to stay. I think he's going to be a bust. And I don't know if you can consider him a bust because I think he'll go late first round. I'm just not sold on Will Riley because his shot's a question. He's got a really small frame. And I just think he's going to get bullied at the next level unless he really adds weight there. So I'm not in on Will Riley, but I do have him as an early second-round pick. These were the 5 players that just missed my big board. Let me know what player was the most surprising, whether it's on the first 5 out, if you will, or someone else. What player did I leave out of my top 30? Get down in the comment section and let me know. You can also call me out over on Twitter. At Nic_Rohloff is my handle. I'm talking NBA Twitter every day, or NBA Draft Twitter over there, as we get closer and closer to the actual draft on June 25th. So subscribe to the channel and make sure you follow me over at Nic_Rohloff.